here. Hi, good morning. Valerie Milano here from the Hollywood Times, senior editor and Aspiring Magazine. And I'm here in Palm Springs right now, but I am so excited to have our guest here today, and I'm going to have her introduce herself. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Kelley Mack, and I am currently in the Grand Tetons for a wedding, but I'm actually from Ohio, and I live in Ohio now as well. And I play Ricky, who I loved playing. She is a brilliant, very socially awkward code breaker who has an obsessive drive to decode DNA. And she is paranoid, but idealistic, and has this desire to protect her discovery, and also thinks she might be saving the world, perhaps. And she basically wants to work with Leo, who is he's a researcher, and yeah, she needs his help to make this discovery and interrupts his nice little romantic getaway with his girlfriend.
Yes, yes. You summed it up pretty well. And I was one of the ones that was able to see this so far. So, Kelley, what drew you to Stephen Portland's script? Was there a specific theme or moment that really clicked with you?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the theme of it for sure. At first, when I got the audition, I just loved the character description and the sides that he sent me, which is actually part of the dinner scene, which you said you saw the movie, so you probably know that scene. And the character was just so complex and felt like such a fun, just different than anything I'd ever played before. And then when I read the script, it was very dialogue heavy and grounded, which I love because I'm always drawn to very grounded projects and scripts. So that was the main reason. And then when I met Steven, I was like, okay, I see that you have a passion for this. So I really wanted to do it.
Beautiful. So, without giving too much away, Universal touches on some massive ideas: existentialism, scientific, even philosophical. How do you see the film balance
Mhm.
this intimate human drama with such a big concept mystery?
How do I see that
It
balancing it?
balances, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I loved that part of it because I always love themes that are about like questioning our reality in a way, and our purpose here. Because I love acting just in general because I love making people feel things and really think about their life or anything they're going through at the moment. And so I think it balanced really nicely the way that he wrote the script. And after I was doing all this research on, all the different things that we cover in the film, Stephen was very open to collaborating and changing dialogue. And I think that helped it feel even more realistic. Because I feel like I also write scripts with my mom actually, and I'm always the one that's focused on editing the dialogue, because I feel like because I've been acting for so long, I just know what sounds natural. And so when I was able to do that with Steven, I think that helped even more, kind of bring the two different like high concept and just chilling out, with friends worlds together. And I think it worked out pretty nicely, and perhaps it's like a little unexpected that we get so deep into, figuring out our purpose here on Earth, or, a higher power.
Yeah, you share the screen with Joe Thomas and Rosa Robson, both well known in British comedy. What was the chemistry like on set, especially given the film's suspenseful tone?
I mean, it was great. It's wild because we shot this, and I think it was 8 days, and I was on set for 6 or 7 of those days. So we weren't together for that long, and we only met each other on Zoom, before they came over. And I think Joe got there like the night or day before we started filming. So we didn't have much time to, build up a relationship, but we did stay in an Airbnb together. So we were living in close quarters. and we got along really well. It was just like, okay, we're gonna wake up, someone makes coffee, and we're gonna power through the lines and then go, film for however many hours. And so it was just go, go, go. But no one clashed or anything, and it just worked out so well. And they're like, Joe is hilarious, so that was fun. He entertained people on set quite a lot.
Stephen Portland, who wrote and directed the film, as we're all talking about, what was his collaborative style like? And did you have an input on character development or story during the process?
Yes, I did for sure. His collaborative process was because we had such a short time frame and everyone knew that going into it. He kind of just let us do our thing, and I think he, at least from the beginning, in terms of me, he liked my audition tape a lot, and because I don't know, I just felt so connected to Ricky. So I think he hired based on who's gonna deliver, and he knew that we would because he just sensed it, I think, from the beginning. So directing, there was very, minimal directing in terms of working through stuff on set because we just simply didn't have the time. And then, for I'm trying to remember what the second half of your question was.
Oh, it's just basically,
Oh,
go ahead.
input on story and
Yeah.
character. Yeah, yeah. Like I said before, he was very open to me giving, suggestions because there were certain things because this is such dialogue and the concepts are so complex. I was doing a lot of research, and when I was like, I don't know if this fully makes sense or tracks with this other section, he was like, okay, go ahead, change it. So I was like, okay, great. So that was cool, and I think it benefited the script, and we improvised on set a little bit too, but that was more Joe's wheelhouse, and that made us laugh.
Hey, thank you. Universal is premiering at a time when indie sci-fi is gaining traction. What do you think makes this film stand out in today's landscape in regards to that?
I mean, I didn't even know indie. Well, I guess yeah, I could see that indie sci-fi, like in TV. Um, I, I I mean, I've never read a script like this, and I had talked to Joe and Rosa about this before, that that's the reason they both signed on to it because it was just so unique. Um, because we get so in the weeds, and because it's one location, you really like the characters really drive the tension and the story and the comedy of it. Just because you know this Ricky character comes out of nowhere and really disrupts everything, but the story sticks with it. And, they could easily say, like, no, we don't want to talk to you. But, they just get into it in this isolated location and you really get to understand their personalities. And I don't like, I would say people can get this a tricky genre because people could get really bored or, just check out because it's all one location and we're just talking so much. But I found it very interesting when I was reading the script. And I'll just say I have people in my family who get bored very easily. And they watch this and they did not get bored and, leave. So I don't know. I think it gets your gears turning and really makes you question at the end of it, you know, even if this is, fictional um, story, makes you wonder like, oh, is there a higher power? Or I don't know. It's cool. Like what things do we not know about our DNA yet, or what have we not uncovered in science? So
Thank you. Yeah. So tell me, Kelley, do you see yourself continuing to balance acting and producing? And what kinds of stories would you be looking to champion going forward?
yeah, absolutely. I've produced a handful of short films, but I mean, the reason I got more involved in the producing side of things for this is just because I want to produce a feature next. And like I said, my mom is like the main writer on our feature scripts, but there are several of those that I want to produce. And genres in general, I don't know if there's anything specific. I just love the feeling of satisfaction and I don't know what the word is, but just you feel so empowered at the end of producing a feature, or not a feature, but a film, that I can only imagine producing a feature would be so much more, I mean, much more intense and much bigger of a challenge, but very satisfying. And so I would say probably not. I feel like I've been involved in so many horror things, which is fine, but I don't even really like horror movies. So probably not horror, though I am like in early stages on a horror feature. So yeah, really, really anything that I connect to emotionally. That's the main thing.
Beautiful. So where can viewers keep up with the film's release and your future projects? Is social media or website or what?
Yeah, I think social media is the best, especially for this film. I don't know how, I know there's a website, but I don't know how like involved it is. So the Instagram for the film is at Universal the Film. And then I post all my, stuff, but I also have a website. So my Instagram is at it's Kelley Mack. And then my website is kelleymack.com.
Lovely. Where we are the Hollywood Times today is our website, and the Hollywood Times official is our YouTube channel, and also Aspiring Magazine is our sister publication, and it's a hard copy magazine, and they're aspiringmagazine.com. And I thank you so much for your time with me today and for the film, and have a great time at your wedding in the Grand Teton, or their wedding. Um,
Yeah, not mine.
yeah, right. And I hope you keep in touch with the Hollywood Times and any of your future endeavors.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I
All
appreciate it.
right. Great. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And hopefully we'll hear from you soon. Good luck with the film here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.